missing. I am just a missing. In case you thought I was Nathaniel. In South Africa, if you're poor, healthcare is like musical chairs. But there's no music or chairs and you die at the end. But if you're rich and you have medical aid, then you're like this guy. That wasn't Jesus, that was Vitality Points that did that. Rich people have medical aid in South Africa, poor people have Zambuk. Medical aid rewards people just for being healthy.
Are you on Vitality? If so, make sure you've activated Vitality Active Rewards for free weekly rewards just for getting active.
And you're getting rewarded just for walking around. It's like frequent flyer miles for white privilege. It's not the long walk to freedom. It's the long walk to free freaking smoothies. Medical aid excludes so many people. It's like apartheid with multivitamins. And only 16% of South Africa get it. The other 84% of South Africa have free healthcare. It's free of doctors, drugs, or general hygiene. It's free because nobody freaking wants it.
Forensic pathologists on it go slow over the quality of gloves provided to them. On Friday, a row of hearses outside waiting on bodies, joined by anxious relatives.
Being poor in South Africa is so shit. They even make you wait in a line when you die. Our public hospitals are not coping, South Africa.
Health Minister Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi says neonatal wards across all Gauteng hospitals are 132% overcrowded.
132% overcrowded? The hospital you were born in has less space than the womb you came out of. Nothing explains our screwed up healthcare system more than the ironically named Life Isidimeni. The Gauteng Health Department decided to spread out its tenders and relocate hundreds of psychiatric patients to small, no-name NGOs and then misplace dozens of mentally ill people and didn't even bother to tell their families. The ANC left 144 people to die by mistake. I mean, Malaysian Airlines has a lower mortality rate. There are wars with less casualties. No, literally, that is a list of wars with less deaths than the ANC government. And nobody has gone to jail, even though we know exactly who to blame. I mean, where have we seen that before? Oh, that's awkward. Do you know how evil you have to be to kill 144 people with indifference?
You carry no personal blame in all of this. Is that right?
Council, once again, I cannot carry a personal
Just
blame.
yes or no, ma'am?
I served in a public office and I assume the political responsibility, and I cannot carry personal blame because I was not working for my personal self.
We didn't need an arms deal. We just needed Pedani Mahlangu to ignore them to death. You ever blue-ticked on WhatsApp? Yeah, our medical system is literally blue-ticking people to death. Some of our new hospitals are so bad the community want to give them back. I know, I've given back a jersey, I've given back a Kit Kat, but I've never given back a hospital. I hope they kept the receipt.
These South
African healthcare system is literally a cause of death. We're the only country on earth whose healthcare system needs a vaccination for itself. The truth is, South Africa, our healthcare has always been unequal. Hell, this guy was a doctor. No, really, Jan van Riebeck was a doctor. No, he'll heal your wounds and then take your land. No wonder it's called discovery. Healthcare has been unequal for poor and particular black people for decades. In early apartheid, 30 to 50% of black kids died before the age of 5. 30 to 50%? I mean, AIDS was safer than apartheid. World War II was safer than apartheid. Having a shit at Oscar Pistorius' house was safer than... Okay, not that. But they've had racial segregation in hospitals back in the day. In the actual surgery, how do you do the pencil test on an appendix? I mean, apartheid was medical aid for white people. They didn't need points for going to the gym. They got the entire freaking gym. So it's very, very annoying that 4 years into democracy, we got this guy.
Does HIV cause AIDS? The question is, does a virus cause a syndrome?
Stop Googling AIDS cures, Tabo. Seriously, he killed people with Google. We're the first country on earth to try use beetroot as a cure for AIDS. There's only one way to prevent AIDS with a beetroot, and it isn't pretty. Oh yeah. The only way garlic cures AIDS is if you eat enough of it, no one will sleep with you. An apple a day keeps a doctor away. An African potato a night keeps your CD4 count just right. Thabo Mbeki confused Fruit and Veg City with Dis-Chem, and as a result, 300,000 people had died. Now, I don't know how your job works, Thabo, but if I kill 300,000 people at work, at the very least, I'll get a freaking warning letter. We were losing the war against AIDS, but luckily, we had an inside man.
Mr. Zuma, the fact that you took a shower after having unprotected sex with an HIV-positive woman, believing that it would minimize your risk, has really angered AIDS activists.
But if we have been in the kitchen, my dear, peeling onion, you wash your hands, not so. What was funny about washing your hands after doing something? After washing yourself, what's the problem?
That's right. The CD4 cell Skotani made Redox the new beetroot. He gave a shower gel Schedule 4 status. Jacob Zuma likes showering like Helen Ziller doesn't. Save the water, Jacob. Save the water. But in spite of the morons in charge, we are now world leaders in HIV treatment.
What we have done is just nothing short of miraculous. From a situation less than 10 years ago, where 25% of babies were being born with HIV, to a situation now where it's almost less than 1%.
Yes, the ANC has done an amazing job fighting AIDS because the courts forced them to. Our immune systems needed a lawyer. They fought AIDS with the same enthusiasm we pay our TV license. We're nailing it, except for Alzheimer's and asthma and cataracts and hypertension and chronic kidney disease, Parkinson's, chronic lung disease, diabetes, fibromyalgia, heart disease, arrhythmia, osteoporosis, mental illness, epilepsy, and cancer, non-communicable diseases, anything you can't catch from Steve Hofmeyer. Non-communicable diseases are high maintenance and you can't get rid of them. Kind of like PJ Powers. So what is the ANC's big solution to our healthcare problems?
Envisage a transformed health system that will not just have better health outcomes, but one that will also save money.
NHI will result in more government control in the healthcare system.
National Health Insurance. We give them all the money, they'll handle all the healthcare. It's the ANC, people. That's like giving Bladen Zimande your moisturizer. There will be nothing left. If that guy was any drier, he'd be caked down. Letting the ANC look after your cash is like letting Helen Ziller run your Twitter account. It's gonna be a mess. Government healthcare is already so NHI is just rolling out for everyone. It's useless. That's like getting the land back, but it's in Beaufort West. That's like we all get a free cell phone, but they're made in Garankuwa. Yeah, Floyd, that's not a freaking cell phone. Britain colonized half the planet, and they have the world's best healthcare. So, guys, we're going to need to take Lesotho, because unlike our hospitals, at least Lesotho has blankets. We need to fix our apartheid healthcare, but we haven't fixed our apartheid economy. We need a miracle. Luckily, we got a guy!
Hey! Washington! Hey!